Hello and welcome to your English listening practice. Today, we are going to practice simple and natural English that you can use in everyday life. You do not need to understand every single word immediately. Just listen carefully, follow the meaning, and notice how the sentences are spoken. The more you listen to natural English, the easier it becomes to understand and speak it. Try to focus on complete phrases instead of translating every word in your mind. For example, when someone says, "Give me a moment," you do not need to think about each individual word. Just understand that the person needs a little time. You can say, "Give me a moment, I'm checking something." You can also say, "Could you give me a moment, please?" This sounds polite and natural in everyday conversation. Another useful sentence is, "I'm running a little late." We use this when we cannot arrive at the expected time. Imagine that you have a meeting at 10 o'clock, but you are still on the way. You can call someone and say, "I'm running a little late. I'll be there in 10 minutes." This is much more natural than giving a long explanation. You can also say, "Sorry, I'm running late because of traffic." Notice the phrase "running late." It does not mean that you are physically running. It simply means that you are going to arrive late. Learning expressions like this will make your English sound more natural and confident. Now listen to another useful expression. "Let me think about it." We use this when someone asks us to make a decision, but we are not ready to answer immediately. For example, someone may ask, "Would you like to join us tomorrow?" You can respond, "Let me think about it. I'll let you know tonight." This is a polite way to ask for more time. Another similar expression is, "I'm not sure yet." You might say, "I'm not sure yet. I need to check my schedule." These sentences are simple, but they are very useful in real conversations because we often need time before making decisions. Sometimes we need to ask someone to repeat something. Instead of saying only "what," you can say, "Could you repeat that, please?" You can also say, "Sorry, I didn't catch that." The phrase "I didn't catch that" means that you did not hear or understand what someone said. For example, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again?" This sounds polite and natural. If someone is speaking too fast, you can say, "Could you speak a little more slowly, please?" These sentences are especially helpful when you are learning English, because you should never feel uncomfortable asking someone to repeat something. Let us practice some natural questions. Instead of saying, "What I should bring tomorrow," say, "What should I bring tomorrow?" In English questions, we say "should" before the subject. You can ask, "What should I bring to the meeting?" or "Should I bring my laptop?" After should, use the base form of the verb. Say, "Should I bring my documents?" not "Should I to bring my documents?" The same rule works with can. Say, "Can I bring my friend?" not "Can I bringing my friend?" These small changes can make your English much clearer. Now imagine you are talking to a friend. Your friend asks, "Are you free this evening?" You can respond, "I think so." "What do you have in mind?" The expression, "What do you have in mind?" means, "What are you planning?" Your friend might say, "I was thinking about having coffee." You could answer, "That sounds good to me." These are natural expressions that people use in daily conversations. Instead of always saying, "Okay," you can say, "That sounds good, that works for me," or "Sure, why not?" Having different ways to respond will make your conversation sound more interesting. At work, you may need to say, "I'll check and get back to you." This means that you need some time to find the information before giving an answer. For example, someone asks, Do you know when the meeting starts? You can answer, I'm not sure. I'll check and get back to you. Another useful sentence is, I'll keep you updated. This means that you will continue giving information when something changes. You can say, we are still working on the project. I'll keep you updated. These phrases are common in professional English and are easy to remember. When you have a lot of work, you can say, I have a lot on my plate today. This is a natural expression meaning that you have many things to do. For example, I can't meet you this afternoon. I have a lot on my plate today. Another useful phrase is, I'm almost done. This means that you are close to finishing something. You can say, give me 5 minutes. I'm almost done. If you still have work remaining, say, I still have a few things to finish. These simple expressions are useful at work, at home, and while studying. Now listen to this common situation. Someone asks, have you finished your work? You can say, not yet. I'm still working on it. Not yet is a very useful phrase. It means that something has not happened, but you expect it to happen later. Someone may ask, have you eaten? You can say, not yet. I'll eat in a few minutes. Someone asks, did you call him? You can answer, not yet. I'll call him later. Practice using not yet because it appears frequently in everyday English. If you make a mistake, you can simply say, my mistake. You can also say, I misunderstood you. For example, sorry. I misunderstood what you meant. If you want to correct yourself, say, let me say that again. These phrases help you continue speaking without becoming nervous. Remember that making mistakes is a normal part of learning a language. The goal is not to speak perfectly from the beginning. The goal is to communicate clearly and keep practicing. When you need help, you can say, could you help me with something? This is polite and friendly. The other person may respond, sure. What do you need? You could say, could you take a look at this? The phrase, take a look means to look at or check something. For example, could you take a look at this document? Or, can you take a look at my computer? These phrases are common and easy to use in many situations. Another useful expression is, it depends. We use this when the answer changes according to the situation. For example, someone asks, are you coming tomorrow? You can say, it depends. I may have some work. Someone asks, is this difficult? You might answer, it depends on your experience. Do not be afraid to use short answers. Natural English is not always about speaking long sentences. Sometimes a short and clear response sounds much better. You can also practice saying, I'll think about it. I'll let you know. I'll get back to you. That sounds good. I'm not sure yet. And give me a moment. Try to repeat these phrases aloud. Do not repeat them like individual words. Speak them as complete expressions. This will help your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence. As you continue learning English, try to listen every day, even for 10 or 15 minutes. Listen to simple conversations and notice how people connect words. Repeat useful sentences several times. Use them in your own situations. You do not need hundreds of difficult words to speak good English. You need useful phrases, regular listening, and daily practice. Keep listening, keep repeating, and keep speaking. With regular practice, you will understand more English naturally, and you will start speaking without translating every sentence in your mind.